I want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Where I'm at, it's really snowy. We have about a foot of snow right now, so, well, I'm in the basement, like I usually am in the wintertime. But whenever I skate in the basement, it can't really be for real long. But what I would like to do when I have a paying job again, I would like to save up some money and get a little bit of carpeting put on the walls and some more insulation along the ceiling. Like right now, there's actually no insulation between the ceiling of the basement and the floor of the main floor of the house. The only insulation is, actually I think I might show you guys real quick. Up there is the only insulation. As you can see along the ceiling, there is none. So it gets pretty loud. So I can't really skate for real long. But that can be changed. But right now I'm just going to talk about, I pretty much have a new setup right now. I want to show you guys. Well, my body's changing a little bit. Actually, I'm stepping up in wheel size. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Anyhow, the deck is a Renegade Transit Authority owned by Jay Ovani in Cleveland, Ohio. I ride for his company, and their decks are really good. And I'm very honest about stuff. Even if I ride for a product, I'll let you know the pros and the cons and everything. Because negative feedback, like with some things that need work, that's like constructive stuff, and that's what companies build off of. So always be very honest in reviews. But this is my 4th RTA deck, and they hold up really good. And I skated them since like September now. And this one I'm going to try to skate all winter because I'll basically be skating my basement and indoor parks, which are very smooth ground. So decks last super long, so I'm going to try to skate this one all the way to like February. This deck is at 8.3. It has an all-over medium shape. And the RTA decks are made by South Central in Alabama. And they are the best quality maple that I've skated so far. And I might say that a bit, like, I think I said that about the deluxe decks, like Anti-Hero, Crooked, and Real, which those are all really good, but this, I think, is a little bit better, in my opinion. Grip tape I got on this, I mean, like, grip tape's not, like, it's kind of important, but, like, whatever, grip tape's grip tape, slap it on there, skate it, but this is my favorite. It's made by FKD. This has been my favorite sheet of grip since I was 15, so it's been my favorite sheet for the past 5 years. And I wish I could find it everywhere, but I can only find it at a few places. So, really hoping when Wedgwood gets it rolling again, hoping that they'll get this in, and you'll see me skate it on like every deck. But yeah, I'm actually, my wheels, these are Better Wheels. I ride for Better Wheels. They're out of San Francisco, the San Francisco area of California. And these are 54. I stepped up. I used to ride like 50. I used to even ride like 48. I usually would ride, like over this past year, I would ride like 52, 53. But I decided to go up to 54. I think it might be about the perfect wheel size because it'll last a little bit longer because it's a little bit bigger. And it also rolls a lot better than the smaller wheels. And this is the Park and Street formula, PNS formula. Starts for Park and Street. But I haven't really skated it much, so I can't really say much about it, how it really feels. But it does roll very smooth. That's really all I know of so far. The trucks, I used to ride lows. I used to ride standard for many years, and then I switched to low when I was like 17. And now I'm going back up to standard. But I'm really going to hopefully get myself to be able to skate low and standard equally and not really even have to adjust, which would be very convenient and very nice. These trucks are independent 149s. They fit the width of my street setup perfectly. I skated these on, I've actually had these for a few years now, but I've skated them on my transition setup, but they're a bit small for my transition setup, but they work perfect on my street setup. On street board size, I usually skate between a 8.2 and 8.5 typically, but I can also skate at 8. I'm not really too sensitive to size. as long as my street setup is bigger than 8 and smaller than 9.1. But yeah, it's really pretty much the size range I go. It's a pretty big range. It's an inch range, but it works. I can skate them all just about equally, so it doesn't really matter too much. But if I'm skating 8.2 or under, I'll ride independent 139s. If I'm skating 8.3 or over, well, 8.3 to 8.7. Well, yeah, actually 8.3 to 8.8 or 8.9, I'll ride a independent 149. 9 and up, I'll go like Ace 55 or independent 169. But I don't have those trucks yet. These are currently my widest trucks. But I should be getting a new set pretty soon for my transition setup. And I cannot wait to get these nice and grooved, because that's something that I miss about my 139 lows that I was skating for quite a while. They had a pretty decent groove coming in. So I cannot wait to get these trucks nice and groovy, because I love old hangers that are all groovy. It just locks in perfect. And I ride a independent ABEX 7 bearing. The retainers on an independent ABEX 7 are stronger than your typical nylon retainer. And I have been skating these since May, and I have not shattered a single one. And I'm very surprised, because with other bearings, like say with Shake Jut and Bones Reds, I would always shatter those within a week. So these are really the way for me to go. They're only 20 bucks a set too, so I can't go wrong with it. Of course, you got all the stickers on there. And then J2. Got some Plank Eye Board Shop stickers there from Bellevue, Pennsylvania. Went to a Vox demo there. It was really nice. And then, actually, if you saw my video before, the shoes I'm skating right now. Now, my board size, you see that I skate like a somewhat big board. You would think like, oh, he probably wears like a 10 or an 11. No. Oh, you probably think I'm like 5'8", or 5'9", or 5'10". Nope. Not even close. I am actually 5'3", and I wear a size 8 shoe. Yeah, it works. I mean, like, just skate what you feel comfortable with. I am currently skating the Vox Griffin. These shoes are very comfortable. They have padding on the collar. They have padding, even though they look like a thin shoe, they're kind of medium. They're not thin and they're not thick, they're medium. They have a decent amount of padding. They got a padded tongue that's kind of on the thin side, but it's like kind of dense, so it really is nice. And it also has padding in the toe cap too, which is very convenient. So that's my setup. These decks, right now I don't think Jay has any in stock. You can order them. I'll put the link in the description. I'll also put the link to all the other companies I ride for as well. And I'd have to say, when he gets his decks in, they're $30 a deck, which is not bad, and you can order them. So make Jay rich when he gets them in. That's what I said. So yeah, they're good. Can't go wrong. And actually, this right here is actually my basement setup. That one's my street set. My basement setup is actually a 8.2, and I have independent 139 lows with these really small wheels that are soft. They're like a 95A. So it's a little bit quieter, but I'm going to be skating this one since it's one I was really talking about. So I'll only be able to do a few tricks, but I'll do what I can.